But think of those sons and daughters of America right now over in Iraq. They are doing liberty's work. As this race has gone on, have you noticed how much more vague and more vague and more vague Senator Cantwell got? Do you think our troops deserve that? No. I think they deserve a commitment. And I'll put it in real simple terms. There is altogether too much focus on an exit strategy. We all want these troops home, but we want them home in victory. That's the strategy we need. And could it have been laid any more bare than by watching her stand side by side the day after John Kerry made those awful comments and not say a thing? Could you believe that? You know this history? John Kerry made those comments down in California where he insulted all our troops. By the way, how dumb does he think we are? When he tried to reinvent the whole thing the next day and you're watching the tape, isn't it just awful? Just so insulting. And I want to put this in clear terms. Maybe John Kerry will understand this if we say it real clear, okay? It is not the least among us who answer liberty's call. It is the best among us who answer liberty's call. With Senator Cantwell, it's not cat got your tongue, it's cash got your tongue. She liked that money she was raising too much. Remember that Senator Cantwell, in the last full Congress, was the #1 voter for federal spending among all 100 senators. Or as I like to say, she voted for a government that even Teddy Kennedy doesn't dream of. And she voted for all the taxes to go with it, against the tax cuts that got this economy moving, created more than 6 million jobs. She voted for the largest single tax increase in American history. Are we going to solve the debt by raising taxes? Are we going to solve it by reforming the way the government spends your money? That's what I'll do. She'll do the opposite. We got to win. They got all to put in her ads that she voted 3 times against raising taxes. You know what? Those were what are called sense of the Senate resolutions. For those who don't follow this stuff closely, it literally is what it sounds like. It's a wish. It has no effect in law. So what did she do? She voted for real 5 times to raise your taxes, voted 3 times wishing she hadn't. Isn't that just the kind of nonsense in D.C. that makes you so tired of the place? Isn't that why we need so much change in this? Let me just see if you agree with me on this. I believe the borders of the United States should be secured and controlled whatever it takes. And I think it's common sense when you got a flood coming across your border, a little fencing's going to help, don't you think? My gosh, but she voted against the small amount of fencing, she voted against the large amount of fencing. She said she wanted to have military drones fly over the border and take pictures. And I said, Senator Cantwell, I don't want an 8x10 glossy of them, I want them stopped. You know? I do think we'll need an effective guest worker program. In fact, we've got an emergency going on right now in Eastern Washington. We've got work to do. And I do believe that some, by our choice, should be put on a path to citizenship. But I got news for anybody who wants to be on that path. You're gonna learn English. English the national language, and Senator Cantwell voted against it. We got to win this election. But it's about what we do these next few days. Whether you stick something on your car, or you wave a sign, you get out there and do something to try and get something. It's heart to heart now. People have turned off these ads, don't you think? I know I'm sick of them. You know, people want heart to heart recommendations for who to vote. And I really believe that if we do our work in these next 48 hours, we're going to have a lot to celebrate tomorrow night. Thank you so much for coming out.